Hello, welcome back to another video today, Earth Signs. In today's video, we will be going over a love pick a card timeless reading. In today's video, instead of having 3 questions, we're going to be doing things a little different today. Instead of having 3 questions being answered through this reading, as normal previous pick a card readings have been done, today we're going to only have 1 question being answered today. And that question being, can I trust them? If there is any trust issues or doubting your partner's loyalty or their commitment in any way, shape, or form. And well, let us dive right in. Alrighty, Earth signs, let us dive right in. Alrighty, there's a lot, right off the bat, there's a lot of just confusional back and forth, clashing kind of energy. Not necessarily in a bad way though. We have the Two of Wands here, the Knight of Cups and the King of Swords, along with religious factors and love yourself first. Now in this kind of situation and with the energy that we have here, what we're dealing with isn't necessarily chaotic, not necessarily in a form of which you can't trust this other person. Just because you two don't see eye to eye doesn't mean that it's not meant to be. Some relationships come with a price. In some relationships and some partnerships, it may not always see eye to eye. You may not always have the same interests. You may not always behave or think or feel the same way. You may not always be on the same exact page. And when it comes to a relationship like that, having to make a relationship like that work in order to compromise in a relationship like that, there's a lot of a sense of us having to compromise a part of ourselves in order to help make this relationship work. And at the end of the day, that isn't something that can be done. You have to love yourself and take care of yourself above all else. If there is someone that you are with, or someone that you were thinking of trying to get with or trying to form a bond or a relationship with, remind yourself to always stay true to yourself. Do not change yourself. Do not change a part of yourself or think that you need to in turn adapt to their personality, to their way of life, to their religious beliefs, to their lifestyle, to the way they feel about things, think about things, see things, believe in things. Don't think that just because you want to be with them, you have to make a compromise on this, and that. You have to sacrifice a part of yourself in order to be with them. That's not always the case. And in a situation like that, it may not necessarily be meant to be. It's not that you can't trust them, but at the very same time, you have to stay true to yourself and love yourself. Perhaps there is a way for you to compromise on both ends, trying to show your love, show your genuinity, and showing your affection, and in turn trying to show that you are trying to do your best in order to make the relationship work, that you want to do your part in the relationship, and you want to do as much as you can without having to change yourself in the process, giving a strong, not necessarily strong-headed, but a genuine, protective, genuine, loving, caring, outlooking personality for your partner in order to form a relationship with them, in order to prove to them that as much as you may not be on the same page, you still trust them, you still care about them, and you still have feelings for them and want to develop in those feelings with them together as one. Another thing is there's a lot of confusion in the midst of all this. There's a sense of having to adapt yourself and having to change yourself. In that process, there's a short time period per se, of you losing sight of yourself, of disconnecting from yourself and losing track of who and what you are. In that instance, you have to keep yourself grounded. You have to keep yourselves grounded and keep your energies maintained, Earth signs. Everything will in turn be okay. But don't you go around changing yourself for anyone else, trying to make your life adjustable to their needs, to their desires, just because you care for them, have feelings for them, and want to be with them. If they want to be with them, well, if they want to be with you, it will happen, and it will happen on its own, without you having to make a change to yourself. If it is divine, if it is meant to happen, it will happen. But at the end of the day, love yourself, and don't change yourself, just because you may not see eye to eye, and you want to please the other person and want to be with them that desperately. That is where the healthiness and divinity of the relationship comes into play. Because if your partner doesn't necessarily want to make any sort of compromise with you on the relationship without either of you having to sacrifice a part of yourselves or change a part of yourselves, if that particular person isn't necessarily wanting to not necessarily go half and half, but to just work with you throughout the relationship, then it isn't meant to be. It isn't divine, simply put. These kinds of relationships will fall short in situations like that. You may be able to get it started. You may be able to get the wheels going, but over time, it'll only just do more harm to yourself, to your energy, to your well-being. It does come with a lesson, of course. It helps you to teach you more about yourself, your own self-love and self-respect. That seems to be a main theme here with this energy. But at the same time, do not ever let yourself be corrupted or tainted by anybody else. Don't ever change yourself for anybody else. And do not give up a part of yourself in order to be with someone. Maintain your energies, love yourselves, take care of yourselves, and remember who you are, Earth signs. Stay grounded. Maintain your energy. And love everyone as you would love yourself. Loving yourself, most of all. And that'll be all for today's reading. If you liked the video or if the reading helped you in any way, shape, or form, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And in turn, I hope you all have a love and light and love and life fulfilled day. Earth signs, keep yourselves grounded, maintain your energy, everything will be okay, loves. Shine bright and stay beautiful.